This one was given to me about a month ago. I haven't had time to really do anything. Sorry, I've been busy. This actually happened around 2011 or so. This guy had some money, in my opinion. That's why he didn't go to prison. But check it out. It's actually a deposition with the Texas Rangers over this guy, and it's pretty interesting. Tell me what you guys think. Remember to subscribe, hit me up, and leave comments. Tell me if this guy's guilty or not, right?
Okay, I'm gonna put today's date on here. These are your constitutional rights, the ones I just read to you.
Okay.
Okay. Today is June the 20th, 2011. Right now it is 1:59 p.m. My name is Tony DeLuna. I'm with the Texas Rangers. Do you have a driver's license on you, sir?
Yeah.
Mind if I get the information off of it? We're at the Aransas Pass Police Department. What is your name, sir?
Randall.
Speak up
Oh,
a little bit.
sorry. Randall Freeze.
Randall, right?
Yes.
And it's Lee is your middle name,
Yes.
Freeze is your last name. Okay. Here in a second, I'll let you read this copy along. I'll read it out loud. You understand English language?
Yes. Yes.
Read and write?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll read along. I'll read out loud and you'll read along. If you have any questions, let me know.
Okay.
These are the warning of rights. Number 1, I have the right to remain silent and not make any statement at all, and that any statement I make may be used against me at my trial. Do you understand number 1?
Yes.
If I can get you to initial that you understand number 1.
There's going to be a trial.
These are your rights, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Number 2, any statement I make may be used as evidence against me in court. Do you understand number 2?
Yes.
Okay, if I can get you initial. Number 3, I have the right to have a lawyer present to advise me prior to or during any questioning. Do you understand number 3?
Yes.
The initial. Number 4, if I am unable to employ a lawyer, I have the right to have a lawyer appointed to advise me prior to or during any questioning. Do you understand number 4?
Yes.
And number 5, I have the right to terminate the interview at any time. You understand number 5?
Yes.
And prior to and during the making of this statement, I knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily waive the rights set out in the warnings above.
Okay. What is? Well, I don't understand exactly
Okay.
what that means, but
Prior to and during the making of this statement, I knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily waive these rights set out in the warning above. The rights that I just read to you. Keep those in mind.
Okay.
If you want to talk to me and answer some of my questions, or if you want to ask me questions, you have to put these rights to the side.
Okay, I see.
Knowing that at any time you want to, any time at all, you can say, you know what, I want to invoke whichever one of these rights.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
You understand that?
I think so. Yes, sir.
Well,
Oh, well, I think so.
we can't get to the thing. I mean,
I know.
I want you to know.
I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I'll ask any question.
I want you to understand. The first thing I need you to do is
Okay.
understand these rights.
I understand that.
And I need you to understand what waiving the rights mean.
Okay.
I don't want you to have any questions.
Okay.
Once again,
If any time after, if I waive them right now, any time after
the only
that
way you and I can have a conversation right now,
is if I waive these.
you waive the rights
Uh-huh.
and we'll start talking.
Okay.
And I'll ask you questions and you'll answer questions.
Okay.
But before I do that, you have to understand all these rights, and you
Okay.
have to understand what you're doing by waiving them,
Okay.
putting them aside.
Okay.
Now, at any point after we start, and at any point you want to, you can get those and invoke any one of those rights,
Okay.
and we'll terminate the interview.
Okay. I can just say, hey, I don't feel comfortable going forward with this.
Whichever.
Okay.
How about this? I want to stop the interview.
Okay.
That's pretty simple.
Okay. Gotcha.
And anytime you want to, we can do that.
Okay. And then just sign it?
Yes, sir. If you waive your rights. Hey, Captain, can I get you to sign as a witness? that I read them out loud to him, and that he waived them. All right, Mr. Freeze. Like I said a while ago, the allegation has been brought against you that you are trying to solicit the murder of Melissa Rangel and Doobie
Mm-hmm.
Rangel.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain that?
No, I mean, other than that, that is not the case.
Is it true or not?
No, it's
It
not
is
true.
not true.
It is not true.
Okay. What would make somebody bring these allegations against you?
Well, all I do know is that there's this one guy who comes in the office every day. He's
Uh-huh.
always bumming money, and he's, you know, he'll say he'll do this, he'll do that, and I do entertain him on occasion. I give him money just to leave sometimes.
Okay.
But that's the only thing that I can think of, the only person that I can think of that, you know, any of this would have ever come about.
Okay.
But
That's
he
the only
goes
person.
around, that's it. I don't even know his full name.
What do you call him?
I call him Raleigh.
Raleigh?
Yeah.
Okay. When did you meet Raleigh?
He's been around for over a year. He's one of those guys who just kind of walks up and down the street and
You said he,
comes in about every day and tries to bum money.
Uh-huh.
And I've even paid him to do jobs for me, and
what's the last job you paid him to do?
The last job I paid him to do was to dig out those holes in front of the building. So I paid him $60 to do that,
Uh-huh. and
he never did it. He
Okay.
disappeared.
When was that?
That was probably a month or more ago. Now, I've given him a couple of dollars just to get lost,
Okay.
you know, just
What,
to,
how much, and you paid him $60 bucks
yeah.
to do that. Have you paid him any other monies, after that those $60 for any job that he was gonna do?
not a job, not that I can think of. I mean, he's come in and asked to do windows and to wash cars and stuff like that.
Okay. The last job that you know that you remember paying
That's the
Raleigh
only
any money,
one, digging that hole.
$60.
Yeah,
And that was about
yeah.
a month ago.
Probably more than that, longer
Okay.
than that.
Now, you've given him money after that, you said, but
He
it's,
came by today.
and what was that about?
He came by and he said that he needed a beer or this and that, and I just, you know, I just gave him money to get lost.
Okay. Did how much
Now
money
he
did you-
gets, I don't know, about $5 or $6.
Okay.
All I had in my pocket, I only have $1 left.
Uh-huh.
But he comes in there, he's gotten to where recently he's become very aggressive.
Okay.
And he's come in there and he says, I'm gonna flatten your tires if you don't give me any money.
When did he tell you that?
Probably a week ago, and I've got Jason, the other guy in my office, that was there that witnessed that,
What's Jason's last name?
Reeves. And he's gotten very aggressive recently.
Reeds.
Reeves, Reeves.
Okay, and that's your partner?
Yeah, well, we're associates.
Okay, and what's his cell number? Where can I get a hold of him?
Well, he's in the office right now.
Okay,
You can call him directly.
you can give me a cell number for him.
Uh, 549
Uh-huh.
2265.
65.
Yeah.
Okay. And he'll be able to attest that this Raleigh guy has been getting more aggressive.
He has, yes,
And you said he came in today,
today.
and you gave him $5 or $6.
He said, I want all the money in your wallet. And I said, Raleigh, I'm not giving you any more money. And he just, so I'd give it to him just to get rid of him.
Okay. Did he give you an amount that he wanted?
He told me that he wanted like $1,000.
Why would he tell you that he wants
He
$1,000?
just, I don't have $1,000 to do.
Has he ever asked you for $1,000 before?
No. He's asked me for a couple of hundred. He's asked, that one occasion he asked me for, I think $500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you reported him to
No.
the police?
No,
Why not?
because he's just a nuisance more than anything. I just didn't think it was, he's one of those that spends a night in jail and he's happy to do that.
Well, he said he was going to flatten your tires.
Yeah, well,
Has he ever threatened you with violence?
no, just recently he's gotten that way.
Okay. But he's never, flatten your tires, and has he ever told you, give me the money or I'll break your leg, or? Your finger or your
No,
Nose?
no. I mean, he might have said, I'll cut you or something like that. But a lot of times, that's whenever I get rid of him. I'll just give him a couple dollars and say, get lost, Ronnie.
Okay.
Don't
All
come
right.
back.
Do you bear any animosity towards your ex-wife? I mean, where's that coming from? I mean, do y'all get along, or what's the status on that deal?
We get along all right. Right now, I've had the children, and I've allowed my son to go live with her.
Okay.
And right now, we're working
There
out
are
a,
children?
yes,
What's their name?
Christian,
How do you spell Christian?
Kristian,
Okay, and his last name, I guess, would be?
Freeze, yeah.
Freeze.
He's 14.
What's his date of birth, do you know it?
Yeah, 12/10/96.
Okay, and
Miranda's my little girl.
M-I-R?
ANDA.
A-N-D-A?
Yeah.
Last name, Freeze?
Mm-hmm.
And what's her date of birth?
1/18/2000.
So, Christian is, you said, how old?
He's 14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
And Miranda's how old?
She's 11.
11. Okay. And you said you have custody of the two children,
Right, right.
and you said up until recently something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've allowed Christian to go and live with her,
Okay.
and the only thing that's going on right now is that we're just working out child support on how we're gonna, hammer things
Have y'all
out.
gone to court on that?
We had a hearing, or we were supposed to have a date last Friday, but it got postponed to the July 29th.
Okay. So the hearing's going to be when?
July 29th. Or it's not, I don't know if it's a hearing, but that's whenever it becomes law.
Okay. So I know how those can get. Now you're telling me that kind of a relationship is not what's going on. I mean, where you hate each other or trying to.
No, we've always had a pretty decent relationship.
Okay.
I mean, it's all, we have moments every now and then, but, but,
Has there ever been a time where there was a discussion between you and Raleigh about killing Melissa or Ruben?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Nothing like that.
No. Mm-mm. I mean, I'm not gonna say that, yeah, I mean, probably recently, if Raleigh was over there, because he always, he gives me information, oh, Doobie's doing this and doing that, because he kind of walks the street.
Uh-huh.
And, so he is one of those who just passes on information everywhere
Okay.
he goes.
Uh-huh.
And I may have said something along those lines. I'm being straight with you, but never, we don't. That kind of stuff never crossed my mind.
Okay. All right.
What's going on? I mean, I don't know. I bet he's trying to stir up some problem, because he's been showing up a lot recently. I mean, coming around, and he's been demanding a lot.
Okay.
Uh,
And has he ever been in your vehicle, or I mean, have you
Yes.
ever taken him? Where have you taken him?
He to get rid of him, I'll drop him off over at the Bonnie's saloon or bar or whatever. He says that his cousin works there or something.
Okay. Do you know where Raleigh lives?
He told me he lives in a tent somewhere between here and Port Aransas.
Okay. But you've never been there.
Never.
Okay. And so at no time has there been a conversation between you and this person named Raleigh discussing taking them out on a sailboat, on the pretense that they're going to go
Oh
sailing?
yeah, he says that. He goes, I'm going to take him out on a boat, and I said, well, you're a bad guy, Raleigh, so I don't want to have nothing to do with you. He's been saying that the last couple of weeks.
What's brought that conversation on, and if go ahead.
That's what I'm getting at. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he says, I can take care of these problems for you. And I said, and I keep telling you, you're a bad guy, Raleigh, and I don't want to have any part of you.
Okay.
I mean, and that's as far as it goes. And he says he's come in the last probably 2 weeks, he says, hey, I'm gonna take him out on a fishing trip and I'm gonna do this. And I said, well,
What
I don't
is
wanna
this?
have you.
What is this? Killing them?
He hasn't come out and said that, but I told him, I said, you go do whatever you wanna do. I don't wanna have any part of you.
Okay,
And
so-
that's where all of this is coming from. I
Okay, so he's the
guarantee
one
it.
bringing up all this,
I guarantee this is where all this is coming up.
but I mean, he's the one bringing it up.
Yeah.
But you've not reported it to the authorities yet?
No, I haven't.
I mean, what you're telling me is that Raleigh's talking about doing away with Melissa and Doobie.
Well, he's never said that, never told me that.
I mean,
But, I
there-
mean, you can infer whatever
okay,
you want to.
To me,
out
there's
of
a
it.
difference of, I'm
I
gonna
know.
take them out fishing,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna take them out and dump them out and
Mhm.
drown them out there, and
Mhm.
nobody will be the wiser.
Yeah.
There's a
yeah,
difference between that.
Yeah.
Which one do you think he meant?
Well, I think he meant that, but I
That-
don't really,
that what?
him dumping them off somewhere.
Killing them?
But yeah, but it doesn't make any sense, because I tell him, Raleigh, that's kind of stupid, I mean, what?
Okay. When's the last time y'all had a conversation like that he's gonna take them out?
He came in there today.
That conversation
Yeah.
took place today.
Yeah, yeah. And I asked him, I said, well, what's the name of the boat? And
Uh-huh.
I think he said the Janice or something like that.
Okay.
And I go again, I told him, I said, well, you're a bad guy, Raleigh. I don't want to have any part of you.
You said this guy lives in a tent. Where does a guy that lives in a tent get a boat?
I don't,
Do you know if in
I
fact
don't know. He comes in and he says that he can go out and sell, and I don't know anything about this guy.
You've known him for a year though.
I haven't known him
Oh.
I mean, I don't know him, he just comes around the building
For
to
a
do
year.
work. He used to bother Mingo all the time, the barber that's right next to me. And
Okay.
Mingo that's how the relationship started. He'd come in there and do work and, sweep, and then he'd wash vehicles for people, and he would do, different
Which is
things
Mingo?
like.
Who's Mingo? What's Mingo's last name?
Gonzalez.
Okay. And would you say that this guy's trying to extort money out of you? I mean,
Well, obviously,
but why aren't you reporting it?
I guess I've never had to deal with anything like this before. I mean, it hasn't, he's not the only one that's come around like that. I've had a lot of these transients come through here.
You had any problems with anybody else
And,
that you can name?
Well, another one of the guys that I finally did have to run off was that Bob Rydell. He hang out at the building a lot until he had a bunch of crack dealers and whores show up. But, I just get a lot of those people that come through there all the time.
And the most money you've ever given this Raleigh guy is $60 to dig those.
$60 to dig those flower beds out for me.
Are you missing any money? I mean,
I don't know. I might be. I don't know. I keep cash around
where would you keep cash at?
in my drawers.
And it would be missing from your drawer. I mean, you'd know who's been in. You lock up, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I always keep about $500, $1,000 in cash laying
Really?
around. I
So he
always
does
do.
know that you got that kind of money.
He probably has, because I've opened the drawer up and given him a 10 or a 20 to get
Okay.
lost.
Well, where would this money be that you might be missing?
Well, it would be in my, either in my drawer on this side or the one behind me.
And how often do you get in those drawers?
Well, I get in the drawers about every day, but
Okay.
I mean, the cash is kind of hidden in there.
Okay. So, do you have any money hidden in your desk right now?
There should be, yeah.
How much?
Yeah. Around $500.
In what?
Some hundreds, some 50s, some 20s. It just depends.
And
But I always try to keep about $1,000 in cash. I have it at the office and I have it at home, just for going on, if we're going to go on a trip or something, just to have cash.
And do you think maybe there's money missing? You think that we'd have to go back to check, right?
Mhm.
And you'd know if there's money missing.
Probably,
Okay.
I should always have about $500 laying around, $500 or $600 all the time.
Now, would you tell me and this other officer in here if you were in fact planning on this, to have your ex-wife and her now husband killed? Would you tell me?
Would I tell you?
Yeah, would you be truthful with me? Or would you lie?
I would hope to. I haven't lied about anything this
I mean, I'm
intentionally.
asking, I don't know.
Intentionally, I haven't ever lied about anything. I mean, I hope.
I'm asking you, would you lie to keep yourself out of trouble?
Uh,
Because that's big trouble, you know that.
well, I understand that, but no, I would not lie.
You wouldn't lie to me. You'd sit here and tell me, you know what? It was a failed deal. I should have never done it. I feel like a jackass.
Well, I'll tell you something. Yeah, I feel like a jackass because I'm associated with this guy, and he's the only person I know because I know that he's been talking about this.
Talking about what?
Well, about getting
Be
on this sailboat and taking them out. And I'll be straight with you. I've said, well, you know, you go do whatever you need to do or go do whatever you want to do, but that's, you know, I don't want to have any part of you,
You
Raleigh.
told him that right there. I don't want to have any part of it.
Yes, yes.
The
I told you
the recordings that we have, they're going to say that.
They should. If you have recordings, that's what it should.
What should the recording say about the conversations you and him have had?
I don't know. It shouldn't be any less than what I
Are
told
you
you.
sure?
I-
I mean, I just got through listening to one.
I am sure. Yeah.
I just got through listening to one, and that's not jiving.
Well,
Once again, if you did that and you got your tail caught, right now's the time to tell me.
well, I'm being straight with you. I mean, can I listen to a recording?
You're going to listen to him.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to listen to him. But I mean, what I want out of you right now is cooperation. If this is what happened and you got your tail caught, right now is the time to tell me.
Well, officer, only thing I'm guilty of is if I was talking to this guy.
Once again, you can tell me whatever you want to. You can lie to me. You can fill me full of dung. Whatever you want to. But it's at the end of the show. What I've got, the recording that I have, those kind of things are going to come back and haunt you. So, I mean, you either shoot straight with me right now, and we get this thing taken care of, and you cooperate, and tell me the truth.
Officer, I'm telling you the truth. I never had any intention on being a part of any of this.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there something? Is there a plot?
No,
Obviously there are. You say I had never had intentions of being
No.
part of this.
no. There's not a plot on my part of it.
Well, would you say that it's honesty to tell me that you didn't call the police when you found out this guy was going to do it?
I didn't think there was anything to it.
And I asked you, do you think this guy has a boat? I mean, I don't know. You said he lives in a tent. You
Mhm.
go, I mean, what kind of a boat did he tell you he had?
He said he had a sailboat.
And how far was he going to take him out?
He said 100 miles or whatever.
All right, well, that tells me a lot. I don't think you're going to take a small little boat 100 miles out, are you? So
I
this
guess
must be a
not.
big boat.
I guess.
You
I
ever
don't-
seen this boat?
No.
So you've not verified if he has.
I
this
don't
boat?
know anything about, he comes in, says things, and then he leaves.
Okay. Now, can you explain to me giving him $500? Explain that to me.
I never gave him $500.
You said it. I heard you say it. What'd you do with the $500 I gave you?
Well, I did not give him $500.
Okay, why did you say it? Why would you say it if, and I heard it, this officer right here heard it,
I didn't give anybody $500.
why would you say it?
I don't know. I don't even remember this conversation with him.
I'm trying to tell you, I just listened to it.
Officer.
Why would you go, do you have a boat?
No.
Why were you out there where you were at?
Where was I at?
Tell me. You know where you went.
Well, I drove around I went to the harbor. I
Why?
drove to, well, for a lot of reasons.
Okay, well, give me,
I'm on the Planning and Zoning Commission,
okay,
and I wanted to look at some things out there, but I wanted to look for this boat that he said that he had to.
and what was it called?
I think he said the Janus.
Did you find the boat out there?
No, I didn't see anything out there at all.
Did you see some boats out there?
I saw some boats out there,
And did he describe this boat to you? Did he give you a description?
red and blue.
And you went out there to look for it?
Mhm.
Okay, so here, a while ago, you said, I don't know if he was gonna go do this or what, but obviously it was enough to get you up out of your seat, into your truck, out to the harbor, right?
Yes, sir.
Was that the main reason you went out there, or are you giving me this
No,
bull about the
that's,
planning and zoning?
it's not the main, I mean,
Well,
that too. I
what-
thought I'd go out there and check it out just for kicks.
To do, what are you looking at in a drive-by out there? I mean, just going down there, turning around, coming back. What does that do for the planning and zoning commission?
Well, I did an interview for the paper the other day.
Okay.
We were talking about that new development that's going on out there, and they were asking me I told them about the harbor master office and bathrooms that were gonna be built out there and the
Okay.
other, and I just wanted to go out there and see, what was going on with
And you
that.
got enough information for your sightseeing?
I just drove right by it. That's right.
That's it?
Mhm.
And also, and what else? You said there's a number of reasons, that's two.
Well, and also the park that's supposed to be extended out there, and while I was there, to be honest with you, whatever Raleigh told me, I wanted to go out there and see what he was talking about.
Okay.
But I was going to go out there for those other items too.
All right. Now, and then, so you didn't find a boat out there,
Mhm.
but that was one of the reasons you went out there.
Yes, sir.
What if you'd have seen a boat out there? What are you gonna do?
I don't know, I probably would've got alarmed.
You haven't been alarmed up to this point, all this talk?
Well, I am
You-
pretty, concerned about this position that I'm in right
You
now.
better be. Yeah, you better be. And the part that should be concerning you is to tell the truth. Because right now is the only chance you get to tell us the truth. After we leave out of here, there's no, hey, listen. I want to tell y'all the truth now. I want, there was this and we got,
Well, I tell you, I mean, there wasn't any money that exchanged hands. He did mention about going out on the
you
boat.
mentioned $500.
Uh,
You mentioned $500 and we've got them.
Well,
And we've got them. And that's not all we have. I'm not going to lay out all my cards because I want you to tell me the truth.
well, I'm being straight with you.
No, you're not.
I-
No, you're not. You're not being straight. I mean, if you want to be straight, let's be straight and get it all out in the open and let's get going on this thing.
Well, what should be the best thing that I do? I mean,
The best thing you can do is tell us the truth.
well, officer, I am telling you the truth.
No.
But
I want to know about the $500 that you gave Riley. Why would you give a guy that lives in a tent $500?
officer, I told you I did not give him $500.
Why did you say that on the recording?
I-
And why do we have them?
I may have been playing games with him.
No, now listen. I'm trying to tell you, you're digging a hole for yourself.
Well, I'm telling you, I did not give him $500.
You said it. I heard you say it. Did you hear him say it?
Yes, sir.
You said, what did you do with the $500 I gave you? And I asked you, and I gave you plenty of chances. When's the last job? How much money? When's the last time you gave him money? All of that, over and over and over, giving you an opportunity at some point to go like, oh, by the way, I gave him $500 for whatever. But you never once said that. But you did give him $500. And you did give him some instructions. And it was supposed to happen Saturday. But it didn't happen Saturday, did it? Right now's the time you can help yourself by telling me the truth.
Well, officer, he does have $500 that came from him. Most of that was just to get rid of him.
When did you give him that $500?
And
And if you're going to tell me this story, you better tell it to me truthfully. Because we know a lot more than you think we do. I mean, obviously.
yeah.
And when you lie,
Look, I get it, but he either picked it up Thursday or Friday, one day at the office. I didn't give it to him. He took it out of my desk.
tell me.
Well, it's,
Give me
and I don't
the
even know how much of it was 500 or whatever it was.
Tell